Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all some time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Taco Tuesday. Hopefully everybody's smoothly getting through the work morning. Hopefully your kids are smoothly getting through the school day. For those celebrating birthdays this week and next week, may y'all continue to have another year around the sun. Continuous blessings. Keep enjoying yourselves. Make the best memories. And as always, you know, just be thankful for every little moment that you got. Brooklyn, what's going on, my guy? Jared, what's going on? I ain't forget about you tomorrow, man. 10:15. I'll be up. Don't worry about it. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Saturday for the conversation. No, my fault. Sunday for the conversation. Definitely was one that was needed. You know, definitely another motivational one. But for those who missed it, y'all can catch this replay. Vinny, what's going on? What's going on? Today, y'all already know what it is. Well, shoot. This month, technically, they try to say this is the month about domestic violence, domestic violence awareness month. Well, I'll be honest with you. We definitely need more awareness, and we definitely need to start figuring out answers on how we could lower those numbers. If you notice, every year that crime goes up, so does domestic violence. Now, you know, I'm not a fan of it at all. Definitely not a fan of it because I've always felt like this. Men and women should not be fighting each other or attacking each other. Cowboy, what's going on, my guy? You know, I've always felt that if you're going to be with somebody, then listen, you are supposed to be able to have trust within the person and not so much as leniency, just trust. You know, just trust and honor basically because again, you putting yourself in a position, it's not just you knowing, you know, but this is my thing. Vinny, I'll do that to you later. Don't worry, man. I got you. I got you. Um, but this is the thing again. There's no way you can tell me that you would rather be with somebody who's violent or be with somebody who's gonna keep displaying, you know, acts of violence, especially against you. You know, we got to figure out why some of those numbers is high. We know why some of it is high. Some of the cases we get from domestic violence, we see that it's always the person or the aggressor that's had some form of a bad childhood or some form of a bad upbringing. You know, it's basically like if you keep seeing the same thing over and over again, at some point, you gonna think that's the way you gotta operate. That's the way that you have to keep doing things to keep your relationship whole. But again, men don't get no browning points for beating on their women. They don't. You don't get no brownie points, none of that, because again, you should know better. You know, again, domestic violence is a taught action and a taught behavior that we see in certain homes. You know, you gotta think about it. It affects everybody. Domestic violence not just affects the adults, it affects the kids that's around it. You know, look at some of the situations where you have these men who are just overzealous, jealous, possessive, and because they women probably got friends, you know, probably got a lot of people that rock with them. They got a good vibe about them. They get kind of scared. They get scared and intimidated, and then this is when some of that starts. You know, again, any real man would know. You know, if my woman had a past life before me, guess what? I got to accept whatever was in her past. It shouldn't affect us. present, and it definitely shouldn't be focused in our future. Now, again, some domestic violence, yeah, we know it's caused by certain men, but we've also had cases where women have been the aggressors and either had to get restraining orders put on it, or shoot, they probably had to catch some balls, just because. Um, a good example was the MMA fighter that beating up on her boyfriend. Now, my thing is, again, the only reason why you had the advantage is because you have strength, yes, but because you knew how to utilize a specific move, you was able to just say, well, this is how I'm gonna do this. No. First things first, we know where some of the aggression comes from. Some of that aggression could come from if you are playing sports, doing certain things along those lines. Like some of that aggression is steroid aggression. Like in that case right there with that MMA fighter. Just because you're a female, that doesn't mean it gives you right to put hands on somebody. Now, if that man would have did something to you, how much you want to bet? The cameras and everything else would have been rolled on him like he was the bad guy. Meanwhile, he the one that's getting beat up. Fellas, take heed to some of this shit you need to hear. Serious, baby. Taco burrito, taco burrito. Now, taking this into consideration, fellas, and some of y'all that need to hear it, you think just because you got the strength and because of everything that entitles you to be a dictator, that entitles you to be, you know, entitles you to be not just an abuser, but be a dictatorian or a dictatorian in your house. No, you are supposed to be protecting your household, number one, and protecting your family. How can you protect your family when you are beating up on a part of your family? James, what's going on, my guy? Can't call yourself any real man or king in your castle when you're beating up the queen of your household. Sometimes the aggression can get even far beyond. It'll go from just beating the wife to beating the kids too. And that's nothing that should be tolerated. That's nothing that should be laughed at. It's time for people to start again waking their eyes up to certain things. You know, and another thing I would say too is that you definitely don't get no browning points for again blacking somebody out, bruising somebody's ribs, breaking somebody's ribs or their legs, anything else along those lines. Not a good look. I've spoken to y'all about this before, but I didn't get into full detail. But like I said, one of my mother's friends, may she rest in peace, was a victim of domestic violence. Couldn't get away from her husband for shit. Even tried to go back to your homeland and couldn't even find no peace there. So imagine when you're dealing with somebody that's just always going to be somewhere you're not expecting them to be. That's a problem. That's beyond stalking behavior. That's a real that's a real clear example of somebody who is reliving whatever they done went through in their childhood. I believe that dude was a victim of domestic violence in more than one way, even as a kid. So as an adult, now you feel this is the way you supposed to treat your women. If my woman get out of pocket, I gotta beat her. If my woman says something, even if she's trying to give me the best advice, I gotta beat her. No. And every time that you abuse and you attack these women, especially unprovoked, you're only damaging not just their physical, you're damaging their spiritual. And keep it real, man. You know, no woman wants to feel like she's unwanted. No woman wants to feel like this is the only way I'm gonna be able to keep somebody is taking the abuse. No. But again, I would tell some of y'all women, if you're not gonna be able to fight back, you still got another option of fighting back. Just Jay, baby. Spider, what's going on, my guy? Those who just tuned in, you already know, hit the like button. Again, this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. We got to start bringing more awareness on that level right there because our future stars are going to be, you know, bringing future stars into the world, basically. How can they keep repeating the cycle of violence? Again, we gotta combat the issue where it stands at. And some of it do come from, you know, troubling backgrounds for some. There have been stories where the abuse have gotten so bad that it took somebody else to stand in for it to stop. Uncle L, what's going on, my guy? And I've always felt like this. Again, you're not winning no battle by beating up on your women. That is, y'all gonna have arguments, but that doesn't mean it has to get physical. Never does. It shows weakness in character when you can think, I'm gonna hit this girl before I say I'm gonna hit this dude. And there's some dudes out here like that. They will be quick to fight a woman, but they will not fight a man at all. Not once. You know. I hear you, just Jay, baby. This is what I'm saying though. You're not gonna get any form of clarity by beating on your woman, and vice versa. Some of you women ain't gonna get no clarity or no form of peace. It shouldn't have to take somebody to have to step in or some other people to step in for the violence to stop. In certain situations, we've seen that. If not a family member got tired of the BS, it was just good neighbors that just got tired of the madness, especially if they're witnessing and hearing that shit every day too. Again, no real man should ever put his hands on his woman, not unless it's making love or proposing or something along those lines. But beating you just because I feel I can, that's not cool. And happy belated birthday and happy birthday to everybody celebrating this week and next week. I ain't forget about you damn October babies in the damn building. But you just gotta remember. Exactly. I'm gonna pin that up right now. Thank you, serious baby. You beat me to the punch. But that number that's pinned up there is gonna stay up there until near the end of this stream. And situations like that, it's sad because it almost got crucial, you know, on either end. But again, you're gonna have some good people and good Samaritans that they probably just not gonna want to be for it. Like I'm not gonna continue to sit here and allow this person to, and then again, when there's kids involved, they are the ones that are taking just as much abuse, not physically, but also, spiritually. Because think about it, you're gonna have that young man that's witnessing that either resent you or he gonna end up emulating you and he gonna end up doing the same things you're doing. Gotta think about that. That's a serious notion right there when you could keep putting a process and a program in somebody's head. This is how you gotta be to keep your woman. This is how you gotta be to keep your household strong. It's those moments of weakness right there that again uh causing turmoil. You know, again, certain situations, the violence could be avoided. Shoot. Like I said, the first sign of anything that doesn't seem right, y'all supposed to get up and leave. Prime example, if this person has been shown aggression and has even already at one time hit you, that should be your wake up call because it is truth. All relationships I feel should be violent free. Keyword violent free. That means I shouldn't be snuffing on you. You shouldn't be snuffing on me. If we can't come to terms of whatever we having disagreements about, then we walk away until we both able to come back. Period. Some of you ladies are gonna keep going back to your abusers because it's almost like a learned behavior. It's a learned behavior, but it's also how you say it. It's a foolish thought to think that if I stay with this person, maybe just maybe things will change. Things will never change once a person has already gotten that close to you and shown you who they truly are. There's some forms of violence as far as the domestic is concerned. Men stressed out. We know that part. Could be stressed out over work, stressed out over the day to day things going on. But again, in the same token, it still doesn't give that man the proper right to do anything they ain't supposed to be doing, especially towards they queens. And then you gotta think about it. Some of you men out there should have at least more reasoning and more something to say. You know, think about it. If you have daughters right now, you don't want your daughters to see you out here abusing these women or abusing their moms or doing anything along those lines. How does that look? You're supposed to be showing the example to them, regardless. Mo, what's going on, baby? Simple good, sis. Just got finished walking him for the morning. It's kind of hot out here today, too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Again, think about that. Your fathers are supposed to be raising daughters and sons, but guess what? Your daughters cannot see you out here being abusive. They shouldn't see that. That's something that should be hidden away from them. To be honest with you, that's something that shouldn't even cross your mind. To put your hands on somebody that was good enough to give or help you bring life into the world. Your counterpart. It's a serious problem. Like I said, in certain instances, we know what it is. Some people they just really be stressed out, stressed out over things not going well at work. Things could be going crazy within the immediate family, so on and so forth. But it still doesn't give you a right to say, "I'm gonna beat the hell out of you. I'm gonna keep beating you." Anytime I feel like I'm gonna gain a win, even while I'm losing, I'm gonna beat you up. This is the mindset that it almost seems like. Oh, if I can't get the actual win, then this is what I'm doing. I'm just going to beat up on the person that's helping me bring life into the world. Make that make sense? You know? Again, some of you fathers got to really be in control of your emotional intelligence when it comes to raising your children. Shoot, just when it comes to overall stature of a relationship, you gotta always keep yourself at the utmost. Anything you supposed to be fighting, anything that's to be a danger to your queen or your family, supposed to be fighting against that. And again, there are some situations where some of it is being caused on the woman's behalf. But I'll talk about that later because that's light. Right now, it seems like we got to get more on the fellas because, again, they are the ones that are witnessing and seeing the things they're witnessing. Yes, it really does start with the foundation. The foundation is the parents. You know, it's not fair though. Again, that you quick to bring certain things into fruition, but then the same token, you destroying it kind of. You really are. Because you are supposed to be giving a balance to your children. You are supposed to be giving that balance that look, I could maintain this family and I don't have to go above and beyond just to show that I'm that much of a outstanding man. You're gonna go through shit in life. You know, you're gonna go through things in life. That don't mean you allow your emotional intelligence to be at its weakest. You still gotta make a clear decision. And when you are not setting, not setting the bar, it's gonna be a problem. You always supposed to have a bar set for that. You know what? Even if I feel like this is happening, I gotta find a way to make sure I don't sink that deep into it. Don't get discouraged. And yes, this is a trigger warning for anybody. Because again, even if you haven't been through it, somebody you know has. Some of it did not turn out for the best. Like I said, in my mom's friend situation, didn't end the best. And the sad part about it is just that person had a lot of vibrant life. Was already, doing certain things that was, well on the way too. Well on the way to greatness, but it was stunting short. It was stunting short because of jealousy, insecurity, and just overall what was learned basically. The way he was doing things, I could tell these was things that were being done in his home. It's always a repeated cycle, whether you believe that shit or not. When it comes to those type of family scenarios, there's always a repeated pattern. Father done whooped his mom. Well, father done whooped on his girl, his wife, whatever. Kids see it too much, and they start taking hold of that when they get old. This is how I gotta maintain my relationships. Ah, how you maintain your relationship is again being in control of your emotional intelligence. Be aware of what you're doing. It's not that hard to do. I don't care how mad I am. Shit. I could take me for example. I done been with different types of women. The loud ones, the meek ones, it don't matter. I never had to feel like I had to put my hands on them. For what? That would have been essentially like me putting my hands on any woman in my family. Where I'm getting with that? Nowhere. Not gaining no edge up. I mean, again, if it's not warranted, keep your hands to yourself. And I'm gonna say that on both angles. Because some of you women are notorious for that shit too. And I think that's because of learned behavior. I had one woman that was like that. Oh, so you thought just because you was getting your ass whooped in a previous relationship, you was gonna get with me and I was gonna do that. Nah, not gonna give you what you want. And honestly, that's not good. Too many DVs on your case. That shit don't look right. Go on there. So that means almost every time they think they're gonna come there, that's the first thing they're gonna think. Oh well, we already know what the fuck we coming here for. Nah, it's time for y'all to start getting in control of your emotions again. Real. Nah, it's a whole fact, Mo. Look, it don't no real logical person respect that at all. And some of the fellas need to hear that shit. Whatever your past traumas was, you should have been let that go. Especially when you already on the verge of having your own family, or if you already got your own family. Nigga, you don't want your sons to be abusers and wife beaters. Come on, man. And again, this message is for those who need to hear it before you put yourself in a dangerous position or fuck yourself over for life. But some of y'all have done that. It only take that one time to act and act the wrong way, and that's it. Now you done threw everybody under under the bus now. Think about it. You done lost your damn mind and you done probably messed around and unalive this person. What you think gonna happen with the family structure now that you got? Shit gonna be in shambles. There ain't no immediate family. You can forget about it. They in the system. And that's a strong reality that some of y'all should really get into. That type of game is not helping nobody and it's not helping the fucking families at all. A lot of the past traumas, look, you gonna have to get some form of help. If you can't talk with somebody, you better fucking go get professional help and act like you want to get yourself together, man. Cool game, what's going on? It don't make sense. You want to teach your young ones how to be the next in line. You want them to be the future kings and queens. That's what y'all want to keep putting titles on, right? You think a king and a queen, a real king and a queen is on some low vibrational? No, 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 no. They really gonna be on it like, nah, you know what? The best move for them will keep them out of any situation, especially situations I don't want them to go through because I've been through it. Like, come on now. There are certain situations that even though you try to protect it, you know, you're still going to get it. Hey, it's a part of life. The fuck you expect? But it's truthful to, you know, like, don't sit here and think for a minute that that form of violence is always going to be cool. Because again, it not just messes you up, it messes up your whole family tandem, period. Appreciate you for dropping those links, series, baby. Working hard in this damn sun on my back, baby. And forever right now listening, if y'all on the road right now, y'all make sure y'all keep yourself safe on the road. You know, motherfuckers don't know how to drive. You know how to say that shit. Yeah, we know, but come on now. Like I said, in that situation right there, previous to, on her way to greatness. And still had time to be on her way to greatness. It's not like she was old. Barely even reached the age of 30. Gone that instant. Why? Because of over jealous people. Now again, if you want to say you care about your woman, your queen, whatever the case is, then you need to not just show it, but continuously keep it going. Should be no change ups, no nothing. And even if there's a slight problem, if y'all can't sit down like adults and talk, and that's going to be a fundamental problem in your building. I'm sorry, but communication definitely goes a long way. You are supposed to be able to convey your thoughts. So some of you fellas that need to hear this, before you go down that road and it get real greasy or hectic for you, think of, think and ask that question: is it really worth it? Is it worth me messing up a portion of my damn livelihood because I can't get in control of my damn feelings? And if I feel that's going to be a problem, then I need to really seek the help and also accept the help if it's being given. That's a problem right now too. So you make it seem like it's just wired to we supposed to just nah. A problem is not really being brought up. There are some traumas that we just leave right in the motherfucking basement. Why? Because if it ain't been a fixture to us, if it didn't affect us in any way, shape, or form, if we ain't locked up or dead behind it, the fuck is there a reason to be getting crazy about it for? Part of my language, but it's the truth. The minor things like that, you always want to leave in the basement. It didn't do nothing. But the things that you feel can be a problem, especially towards your future, if it's for a betterment, get that help. Hood, what's going on, my guy? Court, baby. Nah, I ain't gotta watch nothing, son. You forgot who you talking to. Yo, bro, you know what? Oh, I'm glad you in here. Yo, Hood, LeBron and Bronny getting traded to the 99-cent store down the block, son. I'm telling you, son, we about to be lit out here, son. We getting the championship. Don't mess with me, boy. But it is the truth, though. I mean, we get the grandest opportunities to get certain things in order. You only got one life to live in your shell of a body. Again, what are you going to accomplish? How do you plan on accomplishing it? And how are you going to be able to deal with everything, the day-to-day life and everything else, and a family? That's something you should be asking yourself before you even put yourself in that position. Or even if it ain't about children right now, the fact that you're with somebody. Do you really think somebody wants to tolerate any form of abuse in a relationship? 9 out of 10, the survey says hell no. And that'd be on both angles. Because who the hell want to be verbally abused? Who want to be physically abused? Shit, there's certain situations in those related, man. Listen, there's sexual abuse in it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It hits deep. It hits on different cylinders. But again, you got to get to the main basis. The cycle will never be broken if it's a continuous. This is what you got to learn every day. What you think a young man is going to learn if his father is always putting his hands on a woman, even his own sisters? This is how I got to do shit. This is how I got to shut up all you females out here. I just got to be punching y'all the fuck out. No, you don't do no shit like that at all. And no real man or real father would allow it anyway. A real stern father, you already know on the neck. Like, oh, what you doing? Let me holler at you real quick. It's real. Unless you necessarily gotta defend yourself, then keep your shits to your side. That's it. There's ways to have a conversation about any and everything, whether it's with your loved one or not, and not have to be that emotional. Again, the problem is pride. Too prideful to say, man, listen, I do need help. And for the ones that's not, they still get ridiculed to a degree for getting help. So this is another problem. It's another thing I believe is a part of that cycle. I now want to hear it. You're gonna hear it today. It is about bringing awareness, though, right? Again, this is a trigger warning, for anybody. Because again, if you ain't been through it, somebody you know been through it, and you probably had to be a part of that. Because again, it's a healing process, even when getting away from that. Together, baby. Dealing with a process of trying to transition from. You gotta think about it, fellas. Despite whatever, most of these women are just fragile. And all it takes is certain shit for you to fuck it up for them. Oh, I was trying to be sensitive today, but I can't. I don't know. I got triggered for no reason. Because every time I think about that person, though, it goes to show, like, it's sad that in those type of scenarios, you got these people that's about to be something great or about to do something great. Possibly for everybody, even in the family. But because of your rage, your temper, just because of your insecurity, you messed that up. and you had somebody that was down for you no matter what. All that aggression that you got, you need to put it somewhere else. Again, there's no browning points for those who feel that's the best way to maneuver in life. I gotta be violent towards my wifey. I gotta be violent towards my kids, sons and daughters. Get the fuck out of here. Can't do it. At some point, it's supposed to get back to the respect level on anything. Y'all respected each other enough to try to at least try to link up. Now y'all need to have the same respect. If there's things that need to be discussed, then discuss them. Discuss them with a cool head. If you can't do that, y'all both definitely need to get some form of professional help because again, it's not going to end well. There's some people out there that need to learn how to deal with certain things. And again, insecurity will always be one of your downfalls. In that scenario, that man was too insecure. First of all, you had a beautiful woman for a wife, smart and all, you know, would have did anything and everything for you. How you messed that up, not trying to be reasonable, not really paying attention and realizing that she wasn't doing what you thought she was doing, creating scenarios in your head that definitely didn't make sense. You wanted that person to be a recluse, basically, and forget that they had a family or anything before you came along. Again, your insecurity. You thinking somebody wants your woman, and again, your woman is married to you for a reason. Wasn't no shotgun running. No. Messed that up completely. The only thing I can say about that scenario that at least wasn't as horrible is at least there wasn't kids involved. Because the thought of them even having to witness what was happening to their mother didn't make sense. I personally had to see that at certain points. Mom Duke's trying to help you best to try to get you away from it. And it's like no matter where you go, you're there. Some of you fellas out there, again, get in control of your emotional intelligence before anything. If you feel you ain't fit in any way, shape, or form to deal with anything, gotta find some form of help, get you some inner peace, and then from there, move forward. The mother and the father both have their roles to play. Jimmy P, what's going on, my guy? Now again, mothers and the fathers do play different positions when it comes to the raising. But again, some of you fellas have to be more wise in your choices, man. It's not always going to serve your best interest to think violently. Nah, think cool, calm, and rational. That's how you really supposed to do it. And again, in order to make sure your kids are not going down that path and that road of violence, you got to do something. or before kids do get involved. You should be in control of everything that you're doing. I granted, again, you went through some things in life. Everybody has, but not everybody has made the same decisions. And again, especially when it comes towards a person you claim you love and care for, and that's just real raps right there. In a relationship, a woman shouldn't have to fear for her life. Vice versa for some of the men, because again, it's rare that you hear about it, but it does happen. No man or woman should have to worry about any form of violence in their relationship. How you doing? Not supposed to. And the minute it does become a violent moment, you need to rethink and either move on, or if you both are ready, willing, and able to give your all to the best, then okay, cool. Y'all still gonna have to get some form of help. Because again, those type of scenarios always take a drastic turn. Shades, baby. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Had to avoid a little copyright. But again, think about it. There's some scenarios where it could be avoided. Fellas, at that moment, before you even think of doing anything that could be detrimental to the rest of your life, again, ask is it worth it? For the ladies that need to hear it. If you think suffering and tolerating all forms of abuse is going to make anything better when you know it's not, you are taking a grave risk. And to be honest, from my standpoint, it would be a selfish one too. Now, you ain't trying to be nosy, you ain't getting no copyright. At least not today. Well, I might take one later. I don't know. Might take. But again, ladies think twice. Fellas think twice. Before it becomes a real dire situation. And again, for those who need to hear it, if there are kids involved, guess who's going to suffer more? It ain't just y'all. They're going to definitely take the brunt of all of that. Fellas, whatever you might be going through in life that you feel is that severe or getting you to that point of anger and aggression, you need to really like tune out from it, unplug. No, no, it was some music on the elevator. Yeah, they didn't give me no copyright. Nobody will not be eating no chicken wings with the fried rice. I'm sorry, we're not going to be doing that today. But, again, they always suffer the most. Now, in that situation I was explaining with my mom's friend, That was the only good thing about it. There were no kids involved. Because again, that would have been even far worse. Because now, who knows what could have happened. I'm gonna lie to you though. Once you do get that help, find that spiritual cleansing you need from whatever was giving you that trauma, you'll feel better. And some of the things that could be possibly broken will be broken. That number that's still sitting there posted up here is for a reason. And I'm encouraging that more than ever. That type of violence, now listen, doesn't serve a purpose at all. It really doesn't. It just breaks up more homes, creates more broken homes, motherless and fatherless children. Some of y'all fellas are gonna have to get in control of whatever you think is bringing the insecurity. Shouldn't have none. And even if you feel you do, hey, you strengthen yourself up. You do what you need necessary for you. And more than ever, again, don't allow your anger or your aggression to override your thought process. To be honest, just as soon as you're building it, you could be destroying it. Again, communication is going to have to be the best focal point of everything in order to know what's going on, know what's going on with your partner or even the people around you. That nature of violence, regardless to what, will always be more of a rippling effect. And again, it will be a consistent cycle that will never be broken if you don't start attacking it where it needs to be attacked. Jewel, baby! Y'all already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. I kid you not. Fellas, so you want young ones that need to hear that right now. If you were lucky enough to have both parents, gotta think about what's best. And if you're having your own breed, you gotta think about what's best. Violence on that nature, it really shouldn't be tolerated on no level. Prayers and condolences to those who probably lost their struggle due to domestic violence. Pain that's always going to linger around. For some of you women out there, you have to start really executing and making careful decisions and who you place in your life. especially on that level of relationship. And some fellas have been victims as well. Not gonna lie, there have been male victims. It's rare or it's not reported as much, but it happens. Because again, it's jealousy. It's jealousy on all cylinders. Definitely a learned behavior. Be wise in your decisions again. And the minute you feel something is out of order or out of whack, don't don't think twice about it. And if it definitely gave you that eerie vibe, no matter what the circumstance or the cause, you will have to get away from that immediately. Cage, what's going on? Again, love, marriage, all of the above are supposed to be physical. Not unless you procreating and bringing them kids in. But me having to beat you up or you trying to, it's not getting nowhere. Oh, now give me a second, bro. About to finish this off anyway. But give me one good reason why I think that's the best way to maintain or keep some form of power and order by putting yourself in danger, putting possibly the person that you love in danger. Again, getting control of yourself. And that's both men and women. There's some women who are doing the utmost that they don't need to do. And even that is causing misery and pain. I don't got no time for it. But again, the minute you think is something violent, get away from it. And stay away from it until you get a clear answer on what's what. But let's be real. Shouldn't nobody have to worry about black eyes, bloody noses, bloody lips, broken ribs, broken arms. Uh, You're better off loving each other instead of trying to kill each other. But unfortunately, it's kind of hard to really battle that when you do have some scenarios where these people just love that. Some people really love that type of toxic love, but that type of toxic love can be just that. And it will surely be a downfall. In a second, bro. But again, this is supposed to be the month of bringing awareness. And again, domestic violence don't just affect the women, it do affect the children, especially if you end up starting to beat up on them. And that's on both angles again, because there's some women out there who is just as treacherous and dangerous as some of these men that we've seen or heard. The most selfish thing you can do is put yourself in a crisis like that. Reason why some of these things we talking about now coming into fruition is because people are starting to gain the strength and momentum. You know, needed. They're getting the strength and the courage necessary to say, you know what, despite whatever, I don't need this. I could do way better. I need to think about my safety. I need to think about my future overall. Same thing that brought y'all together should be the same thing that be consistent again at all times. Communication. Give me 1 second. Hold on. What's going on?
Yeah, salute Nate and Chad and everyone. Yeah, thank you for having me, bro.
Chilling, man, chilling. I had to come bring this little message today.
How you been, your family? How you been, your family, everyone?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's what I
Everything's
do.
cool.
Yeah, Nate. I don't really come on that often. When I do, when I see a link, I always hit it. But yeah, I don't really ever listen to anybody's YouTube rants or whatever. You're one of the few that I actually, I'll be in the background listening. And every time I come and listen, it's something I have to hear. And so you speak directly to people. And yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Keep that up.
Man, appreciate you for being here, man. Appreciate you for being a part of the bill, man. But you already know ain't nothing changed with me, man.
Yeah, you're on point, bro.
Yeah, because regardless of what, bro, you gotta think about it. That right there is a prime example of a cycle that could never be broken. If you ain't really trying to attack it from where it needs to be attacked from. No man, no woman should have to worry about any form of physical abuse in their relationship or their marriage, or possibly unalive. Like, if that's the case, you got to find a way to just move on from each other if it's really that bad.
That would be the most beneficial, most mature move.
Fact. It's just come on now. Like, you really think it's necessary to again have to worry about bumps, bruises, marks, all sorts of. You might have to be out in the public to a degree. Now you gotta fake a front. Like, come on now. I mean, again, just get in control of your emotions. Understand that you cannot be over jealous or zealous of someone, especially someone you claim and you trying to love them. Come on now.
Yeah, you got to think before you act. You can't be caught up in like you're saying, all emotional on that. And then you're in a completely reactive state where, you're easily controlled and certain situations could be presented even if it's real or not. And it's feeding off your reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just think before you do. Because it could take that split second. That split second could cost you an eternity. Just had to bring that awareness for this week. Might bring some more awareness because again, it's needed. Again, main thing to remember. Just When enough is enough, you got to move away. And that's on both ends because, again, there are some men out there who are going through it. Like I said, I watched a whole man get punched in the face by his wife. But the sad part about it was, you know, hey, that's that toxic love I was talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly. I think we all been there at one point.
Yeah,
Well, but yeah. Shit, for example, yeah. It's funny that I come on here and you're talking about this. Like I said, every time I come on here, it's something I need to hear. But yeah, I had this an ex girlfriend. We lost a baby and that miscarriage thing and whatever, and even before that, you know what I mean. Like it was kind of even worse after. I would say a certain thing to trigger her and get a response, and yeah, she would hit me and shit. A little tiny girl, like 90 pounds, like fucking 5 foot tall. And you can't really put her hands on it until
yeah,
she got to the point where she fucked around, and I made a really, really terrible fucking move. I snapped one day eventually, and I put hands back on her like properly, in a fucked up way. But yeah, people look at like you're the bad guy after, even though it's been like there are times where I realize, yeah, I'm the idiot because I should have just left the situation in the get go. I say, yeah, you get like attachment onto people, and you got that toxic relationship as they're calling it. Yeah,
yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. Um,
yeah, it
all it
got deep
takes,
though, because you allowed people around where they robbed my shit out of what my personal nest and that, and then the only reason why I had to do it is because certain people knew about it, my family and all that, and I'm hearing a lie, they're just lying about this shit in front of my face, even though everyone fucking seen the shit. So I had to just deal with it, which I don't think I was in the wrong. And funny enough, she's been trying to contact me for fucking so long. Finally, whatever. I answered. I'm like, yeah, what do you want to talk? She's like apologizing to me, saying no one's ever been that honest with me and fair to me and like treated me like that. Da, da, da. Trying to get back, but it's like it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Because things that don't, like I said, it's not always going to be just physical abuse. No form of violence should have to ever be a thing that's within the realms of that relationship or marriage. Not even verbal abuse. What I look like berating you or making you feel less than to make myself feel superior? Nah, not the way it works.
yeah, we weren't married, but I guess it'd be like a common law. Over here, I think it's considered if you're living together for over 3 years, it's a common law or something.
I thought it was 7. Well, I forgot every state might be different.
Yeah, I'm in Canada. I think it's like 3 over here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, every spot different. But
Yeah,
yeah, but it should never get to that point. Period. You know, again, thing that brought y'all together, which was communication, should always remain prevalent into that conversation, no matter what.
yeah.
Shoot, I had to bring that little message for today, especially while I was still up. But
Oh,
yeah, no, but for real, ladies and gentlemen too, a lot of y'all have to just be careful in the decisions you're making when it comes to the relationship aspect of it. Violence of any kind that you feel could be a threat to you, get away from it. And if it becomes more than what it's supposed to, and you definitely get the help that you need to get. Because again, that form of tactic should never be used. I shouldn't have to instill fear in my woman or my kids and have to do that on a physical level. I don't need to do that. Shouldn't have to be that way. And again, what grounding points do you gain from doing that? But yeah, I wasn't gonna be on this shit all day. Got a couple things to do. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just thought about something. I really just thought about something.
What's that?
That number right there. I almost forgot about it. I almost did something. I was about to put my thing back on, but nah, I'm gonna leave that. Because again, that number needs to stay up for those who need to call that number. Again, a closed mouth will never get fed.
Yeah.
If you are suffering some form of abuse, whether it's verbal, physical, whatever, whatever the case is, again, in order to try to maintain and restore the bits and pieces that you need to restore, you have to open your mouth and say something. Then you definitely have to gain the strength and just move forward. It's not the end of the world if you end up having to move on.
Yeah, and that cycle continues. I grew up in a family with domestic violence and shit. It has an effect on you and how you see everything after. It depends on the levels of it. Like you said, instead of being on the children, yeah, my dad would whoop my ass and shit for no reason at all. Like a fucking idiot. Just for fun, kind of. And my mom and yeah, he like sliced my mom up with an X-Acto knife, on her ankle, the Achilles heel. I was
Yeah.
cutting on people's Achilles heels and shit. Like a fucking idiot. Now he's older and all docile and shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but see, the main thing though, there is a small handful of people who have witnessed violence amongst both ends of their parents, and they didn't turn out in that same cycle. Like I said, there's some who just got tired of the same shit. I
yeah, you
mean,
gotta
how much?
break that. You gotta break that cycle, right? You know?
Yeah, it has to be. But see, look, it also has to work on both angles. Prime
Mm-hmm.
example: if the mother is the one that's being the violent one, again, most men are gonna walk away, and some men, look, they ain't trying to have to do what they have to do, and it shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
even get to that route. Again, start having a conversation. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, communication is
Appreciate you,
key.
serious baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna get people like that clown. But see, I could tell in that instance right there, these people right here are the same ones who have been through that and they refuse to go get help, even in the adult stages. So
yeah. Well, not that can work for some people. Certain people is like, hey, you can deal with this shit on your own if you have the tools and that. Some people need help and need to call a fucking number. So
yeah,
I'm not saying
just
there's nothing wrong with that, right? Depends what level you're in, what stage you're at that point.
yeah, but it shouldn't be even really no stages. If you coming together as a holy union, then that's how it should remain. Like, shouldn't be either or committing any form of violence.
Mm-hmm.
It's not getting nowhere. It wouldn't get nowhere at all.
Oh, of
And again,
course.
so
Yeah,
many of those
I'm not saying that there's any excuse or scenario where that's right. You know,
facts.
yeah, there's
BDBGP. What's going
yeah,
on, my guy?
there's certain things that it's not like you're going to war and people are signing up for that. Then you can use violence.
And that's the worst thing, though. Again, shouldn't have to worry about your eye socket getting broken 9 out of 10. you having to put on shades or anything else along those lines. That's on both angles. Come on, man. Like it's been enough of that throughout time. But again, it's certain things you just gotta realize when it gets that toxic. And again, that's on both angles. When it gets that toxic, I have to move away from it and stay away from it by all means.
Yeah, it's true. If not, then it's not gonna end well for anybody. Yeah.
Look, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, well, it didn't matter, bro. That's for anybody though. Because right now, this ain't the time. All in all, though, it's just again learn when to spot the toxicity and move away from it, fellas. When you know you are at your boiling point, again, think clearly, think rationally before you just act out. Because again, the same things you're trying to build is the same thing gonna be destroying.
Bro, shit. I wish I heard this shit back
Oh
when I
no,
was
really
young.
good.
Yeah. I was more of a high. I didn't really think, but I
Yeah,
got pushed there. It's not like yeah, it's like what you're saying. Sometimes you just have to do certain things on purpose, even if you know it's wrong. You still do it either way.
yeah,
Because then it's going down to principles and shit. Like, it's like the principle of the matter.
yeah. Just gotta definitely get to that. Because again, that's the worst principle you can have is thinking I gotta be violent amongst my own. That don't work. You only not just instill fear, but you instill resentment, and it'll never be no real peace.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna build together and grow together, and again, uh, start communicating again together. It works. Might be able to fucking kill two birds in one stone technically, because you both might be going through something. Fellas, just realize this though, because again, it does start with us to a degree. It does start with us to a degree. Just get in control of the things you need to be in control of, which is again your all in all emotion, your patterns. Again, life might be throwing you some shit. That don't necessarily mean it's the end of the world.
Yeah, it's all about your reaction to it.
That's it.
If there's any reaction at all, depending on what you're doing. Either way, you're gonna take care of your program, take care of business, take care of you being you, move in an altruistic manner. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna be a service. These ciphers, these builds, and that are it's like church, real church.
Yeah. Shoot, I knew one person who was almost going to continue the cycle in his family to a degree, but you know, he wisened up to it. You know, the first time he realized he even did something like that, he was the one that took control and got away. And Shorty didn't want to leave him, but he was like, "Yo, I don't want to continue to do this to you neither. I gotta go get some help, do something,
Yeah,
especially if I want to be a better man."
yeah, Nate. That example I gave you. Yeah, I just had a conversation, and you're on point. Like communication is key. Recommunicate. Maybe you're killing two birds with one stone. That's what I did. Because she's been trying to get in contact with me for years, and I've been ignoring it. Kind of, the family, all this. And I talked to her, and like, yeah, she's like on there crying, saying like, apologizing to me and shit, really. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, hopefully, you can have a resolution. But yeah, I moved on, and hopefully, you can let go and move on. You know what I mean? Because yeah, you don't want to keep inviting that toxic shit back in after.
Yeah, nah, and that's a whole fact. And that's what I'm saying. And to be honest with you on both ends, just like I said, could have got worse. Because again, in certain spots you're not playing. There's not going to be no, you just want to do this and you both don't suffer. Nah, you both want to suffer. And again, it's just, why have that on your back anyway? You know, and it is true. Just, if it's getting to that point, y'all might as well just call it quits.
Yeah, like you're saying, like, yeah, it's all love, really.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean you can love people from a fucking distance and shit too. You don't gotta be, right up close with them.
that's a whole fact. But again, it's the thought process. You got to think for yourself, but you also got to be wise in the decisions you're making for yourself too. Have to. Like I said, once it start getting to that point, it's it's time to call it quits. Time to move on. Go back to the drawing board, and you'll be okay.
Yeah,
And if
those attachments that hold everyone down. Sorry for the interruption. Those attachments that hold people down. Not just through this one aspect, there are many, many aspects, but this is one that's definitely pertinent, to that, it's working.
just better judgment. That's it. Like I said, you doing the right thing to a degree because again, not allowing the toxic to keep coming back and forth in your life.
You gotta invite it in, right? You gotta consent to it, like that's like the demon, right? Like if you want to call it a demon or a devil. Yeah, you gotta consent and let that. You have to open your door and invite that shit in, pretty much. That's why the way I grew in that. Literally, I grow. That's what I do. I'm a cannabis grower, and that I grow plants and a botanist. Call me Cage the botanist. Yeah, pretty much what I did is to learn was I built my own thing from the ground up, from scratch, from the bottom, and took care of all of the people around me, my family, everything. And I went finally and got my own space. Now I've been living. I'm still young, but I've been living like 8 years now in my own environment, my own thing, and that's where I really, really grew and learned. When you have your own thing, your own space, and no one, you're out there for real. There's no fucking playing around. You have to go and take care of it no matter what.
Yeah.
And you're not being affected by all these other people around you. You know what I mean? It's like hermetically sealed or hermetically sealed, if you want to call it that. But yeah, you can have all that if you like. We can, here's everything. You want money? Here's all the money you need. You want whatever? Here it is. I don't want anything back, and I don't want anything from anything or anyone. But here's everything right there if you'd like. But that's not free. You're gonna have to earn it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, you see what you just said right there. That's the right notion right there, Shays. At certain points, you're gonna have to get counseling, especially if it was very abusive. You need to, because again, if you don't, that portion of that violence that's still lingering in your head will always be some form of lingering for your future. You're gonna think every person that you get with is gonna be some form of violence towards
And
you.
Nate,
You
can
don't
I
need
say
that.
something? Maybe,
Go ahead, bro.
yeah, maybe the counselor doesn't work in all cases. Maybe if you have like a friend like Nate or someone that you trust that you could listen to within your own interpersonal circle, that's probably even better than a counselor. Because a counselor, that motherfucker's getting paid to deal with that. You know what I mean? They're over there. It's like a business, really, and they're here to
I'm
say
giving
they don't really
I'm
care that
giving
much. Yeah.
Nah, I'm giving that offer and that advice for those who might not have people who they really can confide in. Some people are really
Yeah, yeah.
gonna have to get professional help regardless on either angle, bro. Because if it's something that's really that traumatic and affecting your life, and now it's affecting what you're doing, that's a problem.
I was gonna say like that, like, you know, the structure, the vibe behind it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go to a place and have some talk about my problems to somebody that really doesn't care. That they just get their fucking paycheck and go home. Like, they have their own problem too. So I was like, yeah, if you have like that community or family around you, or whatever. If not, you can find that. You know, learn what you enjoy doing, where you can, what you know, you put your energy into your craft. You can find like-minded people around you. You can find it anywhere. It's a form of therapy where you provide to the to the public as a service. What you're doing.
Yeah, but
This
that's
shit,
true. You
you're never
gotta
gonna get paid for this fucking shit. We'll build them later. You know what I mean? $300 per minute for you.
about that, bro. It really is about the awareness, though. No, but you know what, Shades, that's right. You know, again, people have to do what's right for them. For some people, therapy or any form of counseling will be best for them. Others, they're gonna have their little circle or they're gonna have their support system.
Yeah, you
But
need
for
that
those who
support
don't have
system.
either,
Yeah.
but for those who don't got either, this would be your
Of
best
course.
option to try to do that.
And then you'll find that eventually because everybody has it there. You're just not might not be plugged in with it at that moment, but everybody has that around them somewhere. You know, some people like that. Yeah, I never really had that. I got into martial arts when I was young, and I found the right people. You
You found the matrix, man. No, but again, it's mostly about just breaking that cycle. And again, domestic violence not saying it can be completely eradicated, but the numbers shouldn't always be as high. Like I said, for every specific crime, that DV crime is definitely going to keep rising up too. Again, you got to start getting more in control of your emotional intelligence and your balance before anything. Learn what to deal with, what not to deal with.
Energy, emotion, right? Emotion, energy, emotion, and that's how mostly the mind control works is through emotional mind control through these triggers. People are easily triggered.
Man,
There was a
man,
certain thing happened to them or a certain event or an effect as they're looking at a firework and they're gonna have a reaction to it. I mean, so you understand that now you can start having putting people into these certain places.
facts. Yeah, just wanted to bring that shit to the day though because again, it's needed. And to be honest with you, uh, certain topics like this, it shouldn't be only recognized for 1 month. Again, that's one thing that
Real shit.
creates
But
mental health.
Nate, sorry for interrupting, but you keep saying like to be honest with me or to be honest with it. Think about that, right? The fact it's all in the language that we use. So you're saying like, oh, to be honest, or what do you mean to be honest? Or that means like, or you want me to be honest or something. It's like, okay, so what are you gonna do if you don't say that? Like, like now you're like bringing the lie into at the same time and saying like, oh,
Oh, well,
to be
I'm one of the
honest.
rare fews that don't do that. So, yeah, try again, motherfucker.
There we go. Now we're getting serious.
Try again, motherfucker. Like,
That's what I like to fucking hear then. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Try fucking harder. But yeah, you kind of got to be like that because you know it is like a spiritual war and that. So yeah, if they think they're sick, well, I'm fucking. You know, Nate's sicker. They think they're
Mhm.
sick. We're fucking sicker. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here with this shit. So yeah, we're gonna fight back on that. You know what I mean?
About to say, did you just try to insult my intelligence? My good brother, you know what? I thought about this. I was
Let
waiting
me
for your
want me to
answer.
be
I
honest
was
with you. Let me be honest. Let me be honest, Nate.
yeah, man. Oh no, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about something. And let me be honest with you. You know what? You done set yourself up. You done set your motherfucking self up, son. Nah, you good, bro. Nah, but you know, you
It's
can't
just
get mad
funny though.
about it. You can't get mad about it though.
No one's mad. I don't get mad really.
Nah, you got mad, son, for a second. You know what? I got you. I got you. I know I was gonna get you.
Motherfucker.
I'm indifferent.
Yeah, nah, but you know, just
Getting mad. That goes back to the emotional mind control shit we were talking about.
mhm.
You know what I mean? Is that easy? There's certain things. Right? We don't get mad. We get fucking even. First of all. Second of all, that takes a certain level. You have boundaries. That's like, yeah, if you physically fuck with my family or the people around me to that point, then I'm gonna be forced. It's not
Yeah,
about getting mad. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about you. I'm saying in general, and that's like a good way to think about things instead of someone says someone on the internet or um, I don't know, like I don't like or dislike. Maybe it's rainy today and I don't feel the again. You separate yourself from all that little feeling shit. It doesn't mean you can't feel it, but you utilize it, you transmute it. It's like alchemical process.
nah, man, that's it. Again, just be in control of your destination, basically. Nigga. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop allowing all the toxicness. Yeah, we had to do a little comedy relief real quick. As serious as I am though about this though, no, because again, this is a topic that we really need to keep bringing awareness on, especially for them young men and then young women out there that think that's the way to go when it comes to a relationship or marriage. Gotta get up out of that.
Well, the issue is people not knowing their place and having a symbiotic relationship. The sacred masculine, sacred feminine, working in unison together, generating something. And then you distort that, and now, like, yeah, people being a man or a woman putting hands on each other, that's retarded in that way.
Yeah, that's not no form of love. And all in all actuality, that's a form of hate. And that's a definite form of life altering situation that you can't come back from. So yeah, think twice.
No, yeah, now it's like a contract. It's an attachment that's always there after when you make something. Because first of all, it's done through care. If you think about it, because if you didn't give a fuck, then why would you even have that reaction in the first place? So
Exactly.
it's being fed off your care.
I almost said something, but I forgot. I got to be serious on this topic. Well, it's not even about the topic. But what you just said, I was about to rebuttal to that because they smoke meth rocks. But yeah. But everything else though, like no. You just again have a balance and a strong hold in your life. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
hear
I ain't gonna hold y'all all afternoon either. I finally did get hungry.
you. You've earned the food.
Wait a minute, Leonard. Since you want to be a huff one right there, yeah, yeah. Hold on. See, I knew you was gonna come in with that dumb shit, so I had something for your ass. And Leonard, come get your brother real quick.
Michael, last level, final boss, last fucking stage. Michael, Halloween.
The avatar disappeared as always. Yeah.
Last level, final boss, last stage. Nate.
I ain't fucking with you right now. Right now, I gotta focus my energy on this fool right here. So, Leonard, you thought you was gonna be coming in late for church. You know what? I got something for your ass. Take this shit on the way out the door, goddammit.
Nate with the fucking. Nate's doing crazy. Nate, have you tried Suna yet? You can have a major theme song. Suno. You can put a prompt and make like, you make music and shit. You mess around with that yet? You can make these images and put your own music to it with the fucking AI too.
Yeah, man. I'm becoming a savage. I'm becoming a savage now. Y'all gonna feel my damn way.
What do you mean becoming?
I'm becoming a savage now.
You weren't the entire time? Or
No.
Devolving back to itself?
No. I'm still just beginning. And still just beginning. But guess what? We all gonna get one of these though.
I just want an Oscar.
Everyone's a fucking actor and actress. I fucking occasionally wears an Oscar for this shit. Actors and actresses, what mask are you wearing today? I mean, come on, bro. You already know what time it is.
Oh man. Nah, but I wasn't gonna hold you all afternoon. But I appreciate you for popping in, bro. I'm about to fucking make me something for the rest of the afternoon.
Enjoy, bro. You earned that food, and yeah, everybody have a great afternoon. Thank you, bro, for having me. Everybody,
you already know, bro.
Respect.
You already know, bro. But the next time, oh no, you ain't leaving just yet, bro. Before you walk up off this, because you ain't you thought you just wasn't gonna get one yourself. The next time your punk ass, nah, I'm fucking with you, bro. The next time your punk ass decide to come up here, nah, I ain't gonna tell you nothing. What I am gonna tell you is this: the next time you come up here and don't say what up to the chat first, and we did this before, you gonna get this damn shit right here.
Leave me alone, please leave me alone. Leave me alone, please leave me alone. Leave me alone, please.
No, but
Damn
Nate,
it.
I said what up to the chat and what up to you at the beginning. You don't remember?
No, you didn't say nothing in the beginning. I would have said, "Cage, what up, my guy?" No, I'm fucking with you.
No, I did. If you go back and look, yeah, I did.
No, I know. I'm fucking with you, bro. I'm fucking with
you. The chat, remember?
Yeah, I had to fuck with you real quick. It been a minute.
Don't fuck with yourself like that, Nate. Come on now.
Nah, man. I mean, shoot, we had to bring that today. No, but I had to bring that though. Again, though, it's the truth. Like those cycles could be broken, and then again, those cycles should never be created to begin with. But I'll get back to that on another day. For those following me on Clapper, I will see you around 6 o'clock. Damn it, rain or shine. Yeah.
Yeah, like always, great message. Great message, Nate, as always, and keep it up, bro.
Appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you, bro.
And again, shout outs to everybody that's been a part of this conversation. Shout outs to everybody that's been a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build. Still got more great talks. Hey, but let me get myself ready and prepared. Damn, what the hell do I want for lunch? Y'all pray for my scalp, y'all. But yeah, we gonna keep revisiting this. And again, it's not just within a month's time. So until we at least get those numbers down to reasonable or just have it all, just be suppressed. Can't take no extra cost on that no more. Families shouldn't be broken up because of that type of violence on either end. But again, we gonna revisit this. Now, who the hell is tender headed? Hold on 1 second. My scalp hurt. Hold on. Who tender headed? Oh, wait. My fault. I was supposed to give y'all some shit. For those that are celebrating birthdays this week or celebrated birthdays recently, over the weekend or next weekend. Let me give y'all a triple biscuit.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You a baddie, the type I appreciate. With no makeup, you looking good in the face. Natural body, I'm loving how it's shaped. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoes coming in, so I gotta bring the guys with me. Said he get the dirty outside. Heard there was some freaks, so I had to bring the down with me. Oh, you with it? I'm gone. Come to the bathroom, give me that dome. Yo, man's get the tripping, Brody.
Yeah. Leonard, don't be sitting in the shadows hugging all day in church, man. I think I got a bone to pick with you today, though, bro. I got a bone to pick with your ass today. For those that feel like how I feel.
I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna wait tomorrow. I just ain't trying to go to work. I don't wanna wait tomorrow. I don't wanna go to work. I don't wanna wait tomorrow.
For the trolls that came in here with that retarded shit earlier, wait a
Porn
minute.
causes brain damage.
For those who've been a pestered pain.
She told me that I'm fine, and she wanna get the fucking. She think I'm a cheater, but I really don't do nothing. So why the fuck you always up to something? So why the fuck you always up to something? These women will come and go. So why the fuck you always up to something?
If you ain't been catching them shorts, make sure you catching them. If you need a laugh for the day, I got you. But yeah, we're going to definitely revisit this. But let me get up out of here, y'all. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance today, y'all already know that love is love, and they'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I gotta do is keep it real. That's all I'm gonna do is give you real topics and real bills. And judging by the laughs up there, before I even get back to that. But again, for those who might have just been tuning in, that number that's posted at the bottom, that's not just for one person. That's for anybody who are definitely going through it. Again, it's time to break that cycle. Never letting it get to that point. But it starts somewhere. So, conversation helps. It helps. Those on clapping, I ain't playing with y'all. I ain't forget about y'all. I forgot. I'm wilding out for respect. I was supposed to do something, not once but twice though. Baby Rufus, take it away. Baby Julius, take it away, son. Yeah, don't worry, y'all. Oh, I smell the email today. But I don't care. You know how I feel. Take it away. Yeah, there we go. But y'all stay safe. Keep that third eye open.
Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.